everyone! Welcome back to another program with Nima. So for today, our subject will be a little tiny bit different, which is avoid bad words. So I have some examples and some words to say, then we'll go to the questions. Let's start. So my first question will be, how do you get kids to stop cursing? For example, to stop swearing, to stop saying bad words and stuff.
Don't overreact. No matter what age your child is, address immediately and calmly. Nip it in the bud. Ask your child first whether he or she understands the word. Don't be tempted by YouTube fame. Be honest, find new words, create consequences.
Another question is, how do you stop a swearing habit?
The most effective way to deal with your child's swearing is to ignore the swearing completely. No talking, no eye contact. If the behavior is attention-seeking, this is often the best way to stop it. Your reaction will influence whether your child swears again.
How do you respond when someone curses?
Just stay silent, calm and walk away. Remember what's happened and never act like the person who swore at you, because any person who hates you is basically your mirror reflection. They are prime examples for you to become the opposite of such terrible examples of humans.
How do you avoid bad words? So many of kids' habits, and something like bad about some kids, actually not every kid uses bad words. So sometimes they use the F word, sometimes they use the S word and all those stuff. Let's not talk about it. And even they bully and say mean words. That's like not good at all. So I think they have to take that habit away, because like that's an awful habit of them saying bad words and all those stuff.
Notice when you curse. Figure out your triggers and bad habits. Get a notebook and a pen and spend a week noting your cussing. When do you curse most? Is it around certain people? At certain places? Notice what are your environmental triggers. Is it when you are stressed, frustrated or angry? Write down the words and the situations for a week. This will help you become aware of your behavior, which is the first step in changing it. Just say more appropriate words rather than the really offensive ones. For example, instead of saying the F word, say flipping or freaking, what the frog or fabulous. And for the S word, sugar, shoot, or oh snap, oh dear.
Replace the words, the bad word, like the F word, you can replace it with frickin', fudge, foam, like stuff like that. Or you can replace the S word with shoot, shizzle, sugar, shampoo, all those stuff. But remember, do not use those bad words, because, and even parents, if parents actually in front of the kids, like when they're little tiny babies, and then the parents say the S word, the F word and stuff, or in a fight or something, the kid will get that habit and learn to say the F word, the S word and stuff. So do not. How do you stop a swearing habit? For example, you can punish them actually by making them do their chores, even kids do their chores, add more chores to it, or you can give them a food that they don't like, or you can take away their iPad from them, or a phone, or something like that. But not horrible punishments, like big punishments. That's off for kids too.
So if you are trying to cut back on cussing, here are a few tactics you can try. Ask a friend for help, find some replacement words, pretend like your grandma's listening, Train your brain to think differently. Get out the good old-fashioned swear jar.
How do you punish a child for swearing? I don't think you have to give them hard punishments, but like you have to give them like no candy for 1 day, 2 days, like a week if they like keep on swearing or bad words, the F word and stuff. Let's say, but like you can punish them actually by even harder, something that they actually don't really want to eat. Not tasty vegetables, which I would say it's actually like, I don't know what it's called, but like it's actually not. For example, tomatoes. Lots of kids do not like tomatoes actually. Well, you know, it's fine for me, tomatoes and everything, but like it's just like something which kids really don't like. Like give them more chores to do. Do not let them get on their laptop, something, or do not let them read comic books. Like it's actually fun with that, and like it's comics, but kids really like comics, so do not let them read the comics if they swear.
Write a letter, poem, creative writing piece about the positive aspect about whatever they were swearing at. Do something kind for that person or a good deed for the day if it was general swearing. Have them brainstorm more creative non-swear words they could use next time. Ask your kid what they would do, what consequences they think they might deserve. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Have them create something pretty.
How does swearing affect a relationship?
Curse words slowly creep into our vocabulary without us realizing until they become a natural reaction in a variety of circumstances. Swearing can leave someone with a bad impression, signal a lack of control, and indicate a bad attitude. Frequent cursing and poor communication skills could lead a person to have troubles at school and difficulty forming and maintaining close relationships. This is even truer when it comes to our generation interacting with members of older generations. We should be conscious of the situations in which we choose to use profane language and try to limit it altogether. Nobody wants to be the person who has a slip-up at an important event within a professional setting or in front of the entire family at a holiday dinner.
How do you respond when someone's swearing at you? So I say actually do not respond, because when they swear at you, the thing gets back to them, so like, it looks like they swear at themselves. So just ignore them and go tell your parents, or if they do something about it, you do not swear back to them. The badness will go to you and will go to them, so it's both of your faults. But if someone swears at you and you don't swear back, you ignore them, that's like, you're such a good child, you're clever, you're amazing, so do not swear, please. What should parents do when your child says bad words? Me, as if sometimes I say bad words, you know, I get mad. My parents actually punish me with something, which is, I get a little bit sad with it, but you know, they take away my iPad from me, like, you know, like I just have to do nothing or something, but you know, parents, do not give them hard punishments. Like some parents actually, as I know myself, some parents lock the kids in a room for that punishment. No, don't do that. Like if the kids say a bad word, you know, they have to say sorry, and I think they really didn't mean it. They're just like, you know, when they get mad and then when they just want to say it, stuff, but do not let them like say it. Just punish them. You know, as I said again, punish them by giving them more chores. That's the like hardest, and like the kids will like never say a bad word again if you give them more chores or take away their iPad or no candy, because I'm a kid and I know kids love candy and iPad and not doing chores.
Stay calm when your child swears. Do not overreact by yelling at or scaring your child. If your child knows that a certain word sends you into a rage, they will use it to push your buttons later. Similarly, do not laugh when your child curses. This will make them think the behavior is acceptable and they might use it again to be funny. Ask the child where they hear that word. Children copy other people, both adults and other kids. They also try out things from music, TV, and movies. Ask your child why they used a curse word. They might be seeking attention, expressing anger, bullying another child, or copying another person. Gently explain to them a better way to handle the situation. Children aren't always as emotionally intelligent as adults are, and they might look to you for guidance. If the child didn't know it was a curse, explain that it is a curse word and it is inappropriate. Explain to your child what kinds of speech are inappropriate. Along with typically vulgar words, explain to your child that name-calling, yelling, and a sharp tone are also unacceptable. Avoid lectures. Instead of lecturing, work on having an open dialogue. Let the child talk about their feelings and ideas without being judged right away. Avoid over-reliance on discipline. Jumping to punishment may make a child feel like you aren't willing to listen to them, or that you don't care about their feelings. Have a serious conversation with a child who keeps breaking the rules. When a child acts out, they may be communicating that they are scared, lonely, overwhelmed, or otherwise unable to handle something constructively. Try to figure out what's wrong. Sometimes a child needs to have a good cry if they are dealing with a lot of emotions. You can help by staying and listening. Being there for them makes the difference. Consider getting a good therapist involved if your child is really struggling.
We have came to the end of this program, guys. So, I'm going to say something else. So, every time I say this, I hope you learned something from this program, and I'm going to say, do not use bad words, do not swear, do not say the F word, do not say the S word, do not say the B word, oh, we forget about that. Do not ever say those words. And parents, again, I'm going to tell you, do not say bad words in front of your kids, because your kids will get a habit from that, and when they fight or something. And kids, when someone swears at you, ignore them and walk away and tell your parents, and then the one who swears at you, they'll feel bad and then they'll think they have no friends and everything. But you can forgive them actually, but if they do it twice or 3 times, no forgiveness, even if it's your best friend. And that's it for today's program. I hope you all enjoyed it. See you next week. Bye-bye.